in these last few months. That Holly, you're going to have to forgive me, but one player that did eventually get back on the score sheet at the weekend was Heung-min Son. I think we were all relieved to see Sonny back on the score sheet. Do you think now Son has got the capability to put a run together between now and the end of the season?
I hope so. Now listen, I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for Sonny, always. And I will back him till the day I die. No matter what he does, I literally will always back him. He has been a bit disappointing this season. It was nice to see him hit that record. Obviously, a really special record for him and another great record for the club. But it's just, I expected a bit more from him this season. And, you know, final push. Maybe that ignites something in him now. And that is what we need. We really need everyone to go out all guns blazing and secure that for us, especially when it's so possible for us to finish third. Yeah, Sonny, I see a lot of Twitter beef, people saying, get him out, he's done, he's had his peak, he's whatever. I literally catch me outside and I'll fight you about this because it's completely not true, and I will not have it. Just love him, and yes, fingers crossed we get an absolute Sonny screamer this weekend.
Fingers crossed, we do definitely need to have one. Pat, just to bring you in, when you look at the stats with Sonny, and it's been a real tough period for him. Before Brighton at the weekend, it was only 10 goals in his last 38 games in all competitions. I mean, I know it only took him 10 minutes to find the back of the net, but I have to say with Son, I think there was that feeling that, is there a real concern that even as a footballer, was he just simply losing it because his touch was fairly poor? I don't know what you think of it, Pat. Do you think now that goal can give him a full bit of confidence? We've said it again this season. We said it after Leicester. We've said it numerous times, even after Preston. Do you think that is the goal to finally reignite his season for these last 8 games to go?
Yeah, you would hope so. The thing I love about Son is that he knows he's been poor. Like, he'll come out, he doesn't hide, he doesn't shirk away from criticism. He'll come out and openly say, I've not been good. You know, I don't know what's going. Well, I mean, he knows what's going on. I think his granddad or someone close to him died, so he was wearing the black armband. So he touched on that, and he's openly admitted time and time again he's not been great. But he says he thanks the team and the fans for backing him, and he's willing to like ride out and die, and and obviously push as hard as he can for these last remaining games. And that's what you want to hear from someone when they're not playing well and they're not doing. He scored a brilliant goal. It was an important goal as well, not a goal where we're like 3 or 4-0 up and you come on and you score. It was the first goal in the game where we were under the cosh, so it changed the game and obviously helped us get an important victory. And we just want to see more of that. We've got some big games coming up, and if Son can go on a run and get 4, 5, maybe 6 goals in our last 8 games, 7 games, whatever it is, that will massively help us. I think he's on 7 for the season, which for him is so underwhelming. We'd expect him to be on about 12 to 15 at this stage.
Yep.
But if he can get to about 15 goals, then even though it's not been a great season, that will definitely help us in our push. So, there's still, I don't understand when I keep seeing people on Twitter, sell Son, this is the last year we can get some money for him or some value. It doesn't make sense. For me, still one of the best wingers in the world. Yes, he's having a bad season, but tell me what player hasn't in the whole span of their career had a bad, run of games or a bad season. Hopefully next year he will be back to his best. One thing about Son is that you do see him try. Even if it's not working, he will try and try again. He's never been the strongest. He's never been one to obviously fly into tackles and win aerial duels. So sometimes as well, I feel no one really talks on it. We're playing him out of position. We're playing him back to goal, expecting him to win balls and win headers. That's not his game. We're not, again, going back to the creative or lack of a creative spark in this team. If Kane isn't picking up the ball and finding him, no one else will. Son is great when he's running off the shoulder, running in behind the last man. How many times have we given him the ball in that position this season? I can't really tell you. So we're not playing to his strengths. The team isn't really ticking. So again, it's even like I'm saying the same thing with Kulu. When all these things are accumulation and on top of each other, you're not really going to see players have their best season. So I do feel under a new manager, when we're playing 4 at the back, 3 in midfield, we will see much better, outputs from our attacking players.
John, give me your thoughts finally on Sonny before we look ahead to Bournemouth to come at the weekend. Do you think...
I was really pleased to see him score now, and I do hope he goes on a run now till the end of the season, because I still think he's an outstanding player. But I think any calls to sell him are so wide of the mark, it's untrue, because I think you have to consider this summer, Harry Kane is going to have 1 year left on his contract. So there is going to be that awkward conversation is going to happen, and Tottenham will have to decide what they're doing, whether they're going to stick to their guns and he's going to see out the remaining year, or they're going to look to sell him. There is no way you can sell Kane and Son in one window. We've done something similar before. We lost Keane and Berbatov in one window.
Oh,
and it was an absolute
honestly, my God.
effing disaster the following season.
Yep.
You know, we can't do that again. You can't lose two of your talismanic characters just like that in one window. So, you know, back to Son, I think we absolutely will keep him. He's got a contract till 2025. He's with Base. Base have got all the top players at Tottenham signed up. All the young players are with Base as well. So very good relationship there. I see no chance of him going this summer. But yeah, I mean, I was just pleased for him that he scored, and I hope and pray that he really can push on and deliver, because I think he's going to be a big player for us still for a couple more years.